The strange and sad ending of Angela Aames. Sadly, she was only 32. Angela Aames was born Lois Marie Touloustos on February 27, 1956, in Pierre, South Dakota. Her thespian training included stints at the Lee Strasberg Theater Institute and Harvey Lembeck's Comedy Workshop, and stage appearances in such theatrical fare as Of Mice and Men, The Lion in Winter, Dark of the Moon and the Women. Her television work included bit parts in shows like Barnaby Jones, 1973, Angie, 1979, and Alice, 1976, in addition to her recurring appearances on BJ and the Bear, 1978, The Fall Guy, 1981, and Night Court, 1984. All featured Angela in tight outfits with copious amounts of cleavage on display. In her Cheers, 1982, appearance, in the episode called Cheers, Sam's Women, 1982, Angela plays her bimbo role with such skill that her spelling of her name, Brandy with 2 S, is the show's funniest and most memorable line. Her earliest film role appears to have been Fairy Tales, 1978, in which she plays a sexier little Bo Peep than you've probably seen before. Angela briefly appeared nude in this film, and clips of her nude scene later appeared in made-for-video compilations like The Best of Sex and Violence, 1982, and Famous TNA, 1982. Taking one look at her, Angela was simply made to play the part of Linda Boom Boom Bangs in HOTS, 1979, which had her skydiving topless into a swimming pool, among other exploits that made effective use of her frontal anatomy. Angela appeared in bit parts a number of made-for-TV movies in 1980-81 appearances, which mostly showcased her figure and which included Moviola, Charlie and the Great Balloon Chase, 1981, The Comeback Kid, 1980, and The Perfect Woman, 1981. The early 1980s saw her topless again in All the Marbles, 1981. She also appeared, briefly, in Box Office, 1982, as a pregnant Hollywood starlet at a posh dinner party. In 1983, Angela had a non-speaking walk-through part in Scarface, 1983. In 1984, she had arguably her most memorable moment on screen, in the now cult classic Tom Hanks vehicle, Bachelor Party, 1984. During the film's opening credits, Aames appears in Adrian Zemed's photography studio as a mother having baby pictures taken of her infant child. With a red "Come Get Me" top cut practically to her navel, she made indelible impressions on legions of adoring male fans. Her later film roles, in the mid to late 1980s, included Jim Wynorski's The Lost Empire, 1984, Basic Training, 1985, and Chopping Mall, 1986. The Lost Empire, 1984, in particular, allowed Angela to take more of a leading role, demonstrating her fine flair for comedy in addition to her big breasts. In 1988, she had secured a starring role in the weekly sitcom, The Dom DeLuise Show, 1987, in which she portrayed an aerobics instructor who frequented the beauty and barbershop around which the show revolved. During the show's pilot episode, she made a spectacular entrance, clad in a skin-tight leotard, during which Dom DeLuise commented, to the audience, "I just love watching her jog." In addition to her numerous TV and film appearances, Angela occasionally modeled. Notably, she was a Mint 400 girl in 1982. The Mint 400 girls were glamorous race beauty queens integrally involved in the publicity for the prestigious Mint 400 Las Vegas off-road race. She has been featured in a number of publications over the years, including Adam Magazine, Playboy, Partner, and the National Enquirer. Sadly, Angela died unexpectedly on November 27, 1988, of what was officially declared heart disease. She was 32 years old. She is buried in Riverside Cemetery in Pierre, South Dakota, where she was born. Goodbye, Angela Aames.